Hey everybody, welcome back to Human Echoes Plays Fiasco, Part 3, Act 2, in which everything comes to a head.
Correct.
Last act, we had little Alex Fairmont here come into town, blow away some desperados, looking for Johnny Shakespeare, trying to get with the love of her life, Brock Tire Iron Pittman. Brock wants nothing to do with her, kidnapped her and took him to his upscale coffee house in the western town that they have, and told her to leave, and she said, I ain't leaving, you're gonna help me, and that's where we left it. We are,
And
we
we
have our
added some complications
We
on the
have our
tilt
tilt
as well.
cards. The Mayhem tilt card is going to be Magnificent Self-Destruction, and the Paranoia tilt card is two people cross paths and everything changes. Bum bum bum. This is actually going to be really interesting to figure out because we only have three people in the main story. So
Yeah, I
who's
was
going to
debating
cross
that.
paths? That's probably my fault, wasn't it? You picked the Magnificent Self-Destruction.
I
gotta
did.
take the blame for that one.
There's no blame. Just
Complications, literally.
yes. I mean, they're gonna have to deal with it, but no blame.
Okay.
They're gonna. Yo, I'm gonna put this over here.
So it's my scene,
It is your scene.
and I'm setting up for, I guess, let's see, Johnny Shakespeare has been beaten to a pulp by Brock Pittman. Brock Pittman and Alex Fairmont
And
just
just a
had their
contender
meeting.
in the ring.
What?
And
Yes,
just
and,
contender
well,
in the
yeah,
ring.
I lost, and then I got beat up some more, like, because I lost you, Tony, a bunch of money as Brock Pittman.
Yes.
I think what should happen next is that Alex comes to visit me in my beaten up state. Because she is trying to sort of get some stuff in motion so that she
Yeah.
can get her, grubby little hands on Brock Pittman's heart, even though Brock Pittman's not interested at all.
Brum, 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 brum.
Motorcycles
My
drive by outside.
my one question to that is how. So the pit fighters are actually kind of. They're not just desperate, are they?
I don't think so. I mean, everybody's desperate in this,
Yes, in this
ramshackle
bleak
life.
wasteland that we've painted. But I sort of picture them more as captured slave, like gladiator style.
I mean,
They're
that
bound to a
may be
certain
true,
term of
but like
combat
we
or something.
certainly, I think that we have our own, we have enough freedom and
Okay.
again, we may be slaves, but we have some individuality and a little bit of, agency. We can
It's
get
more
out.
that the contracts are really strict, but eventually you can find your way out.
Yeah.
Because like that's part of the deal for me is I have to help you guys get the money and I have to set Johnny Shakespeare free.
I mean, the motorcycle gang's taking a big cut.
Obviously.
But do you have to set Johnny Shakespeare free?
That was part of the last.
Yeah,
So
because
our
you
deal,
owe me
yes,
your
our
life.
deal. Yes, I have to set Johnny. In my heart of hearts, have to set Johnny Shakespeare free. You, because I've got you over the barrel, but have to set Johnny Shakespeare free.
As
That
it's
also
turning
means that
out,
you don't
Alex
owe
Fairmont
your life
actually
to him
not that good
anymore.
of a person.
No,
She just
kind
really
of. And,
has a huge debt of honor to Johnny Shakespeare.
yes.
I figured it'd also be a good
Violence
way
of canon.
for you to not be under Johnny Shakespeare anymore for saving your life, is to set him free.
But yeah, that's what the whole deal is. Yes.
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 So
would establish
anyway, what I'm saying is I'm laying there in my bed in whatever sort of infirmary they have for us. Like Brock Pittman, after he beat me up, he still needs me to fight. So he sent me and had me patched up or whatever, and I'm lying there like I don't have any broken bones because he knows enough to not to go that far, but I'm hurting pretty bad. I might have like some maybe a
Your
few
jaw's a
smaller
little off.
like I have a dislocated finger or something.
You did get hit in the face with a pipe. I think that did some.
Yeah, no, and
I did think
I'm like
your
running
jaw
my
clicks
tongue
every
along
time
the
you-
inside of the like where the teeth were, and
Yeah. Okay.
like feeling the holes in the gums.
I guess my main question about your freedom or whatever was more like, do I have to sneak in to see you, or is this somewhat open?
I think that it's like it's not this. I'm not that well guarded. For one
Okay.
thing, they're not worried about me getting away because I'm hurt so bad, and it is nighttime. I'm imagining that you're not like sneaking in the window or whatever, but you like nobody else knows that you're there.
Like cloak, I'm more manned up than I was before, and
I just imagine you just strolling in the shadows and like almost like a cat, like you don't even need any light or whatever except for the light that's coming in coming in
Brum,
the
brum, brum, brum,
window
brum,
from
brum,
the.
I keep imagining that in this infirmary, like all the nurses are just big biker guys.
With those outfits on.
Yeah,
Why
have to
Carrying
have
around
the-
bedpans and stuff,
yeah, just carrying around bedpans, wearing those little like tie-on hats.
ladling
And
Jello into my mouth,
everything.
asking me if I need another warm blanket.
There's just one big biker named Petrie that's giving you your Jello.
Making airplane noises with a spoon. Or motorcycle noises. Once again, proving that these are actually the good guys. Al and I are just selfish
The
assholes.
entire world has gone crazy.
One of them is reading Goodnight Moon to another injured wrestler.
Oh, so you come to me and you're like, long time no see, and I'm like, yeah, I saw you right before I got my lights knocked out by that guy and then beat up by Pittman.
Oh, I forgot you saw me already. That's right.
Yeah, and
We can have a little hello.
okay. Well, I'm just
Good
saying,
to see you. Good to see you, Johnny.
and I don't know, like we don't really have that much. I mean, I let you go, but I don't know that I'm particularly really fond of you.
All right, look, I've got nothing right now redeeming as a character. Can I at least have a bond with you?
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Hello, old friend.
Hello, old partner. It's good to see you again. Thank you. Remember when you got me out of those pits?
You still
And
pulling
now
your
I'm
left
here
hooks?
to return the favor. And I have an added detail, too. We're not only going to get you your life back, we're going to stick it to those evil motorcycle gang members and steal all their money.
All right, I hate the soup kitchens they run. Poor people are ugly.
Their orphanage fund. We're going to steal it.
I wish that was it. I'm not brave enough to go there, but that's all.
Yeah, all of this
That's
has been
kind of what I
hinted
was
at.
figuring. Like, I figured we'd be having like some big, like the fights would be a drive for like some kids' health thing. Like, to be like, all proceeds for tonight go to blank. It's kind of like when the UFC had that event where it was Fight for the Troops, and it was all about like helping people with head trauma, and it was the most violent card they ever put on. Like, there were 9 knockouts and like a leg break and all this other stuff.
Radiation pills for poor children.
Only you can prevent like mutation.
It's so opposite of all bleak post-apocalyptic. That's also what's tickling me. A barren landscape where you
Okay,
can
so,
only get goat's milk frappuccinos.
all right, so you're like, we're gonna steal the orphans. We're gonna steal the orphans anti-radiation fund. You're gonna be, and I'm like, great. I hate orphans. Orphans don't have any parents.
Batman, you are an orphan.
I was going for the Black Dynamite quote, but okay.
So my question for this scene is: do we start outlining plans?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's got to involve gambling and someone taking a fall. Well, that's my guess. Like, I don't think we just like take guns and go hold up the bikers because that's not nearly as fun. It's got to be some stupid elaborate con. No.
No, I like that. I mean, I was thinking that there could be a fight that was thrown. Maybe she comes back as a pit fighter. Maybe Alex is like, I'm gonna get back in the ring, and we're gonna fight, and you're gonna beat me, and it's gonna look like you killed me.
Yes, you have to have the brush off. People usually don't respect the brush off enough. It's the most important part of a con.
Yeah, because everybody's gonna be betting on her. Like, that's where the money's gonna come from. They're gonna convince the bikers that she's the best, and she's not. She's
With the help of Pitman. We need his help because I needed his help in the last scene.
Yes, no, we do. Like, he's
Yes.
gotta like introduce her as a new fighter, as a masked. She's gonna wear a mask because they've seen her face now, and they have to be able to convincingly pull off the killing. But she also has to. I'm gonna say there's a montage of her like just mopping the floor with other, with the other.
Okay. I took that literally at first. I was like, that's a weird montage to put.
Yeah, maybe it's a
Well,
full
there's blood all over the
slash-
floor here, even spitting blood out. I didn't even get that for
I
you.
thought you were going for a training. I mean, you were going for a training montage, but I was expecting, I don't know, like a Rocky mop. I don't know.
She killed,
Somehow-
like, she beats a bunch of guys, and it's obvious, like, Pittman got her in the fights.
Mhm.
and she says, "I need you to beat me. I need you to look like you killed me, and I need it to look convincing. But you can't like actually kill me. Can you handle that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can handle that."
Brum, 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 brum.
Uh, and I'm gonna need to die here pretty soon. But
I completely forgot about that. Yeah.
I get a positive die. Yay! So we make the plan. Like we set the date for our little
The bets, we
face-
gotta get the bets in anonymously.
face off in the arena,
Yeah.
and you said Pittman's wrangling the bets. Maybe he's like this is that can be like a different part of the same scene where you go to
Montage.
Pittman. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've worked your way up in the ranks, and Pittman's just sort of like he's not actually. I want to say that he kind of gave you the contact to get into the fights, but he's not the one managing you. So he's the one who's going to be betting on Johnny, so it doesn't look suspicious.
Mhm. You're the best.
He's betting against the gang.
Yes.
The gang.
That's where Pittman comes in handy too. Is he's able to convince the gang. Boy, that's my wrestling name.
I don't know.
Burt Goodman.
Manny Manderson.
Magnificent Manny.
Wait, no, there's got to be another word for masculine. Manny. Hermano? No.
Manny Balzac.
Manny Gonads? Yes.
Cocky
Masculine
Cam.
male is my name.
What? What
Cocky Cam.
Okay.
Yes.
Balzac is a real name, by the way. That's why I went with that one.
Also an old writer. That's actually vaguely perfect.
Hate Balzac.
I thought Balzac was a musician.
I think that the Balzac musician stole the name from the writer initially.
Yeah. I believe he didn't he write Here we go again, winning over the crowd with our esoteric ancient literary knowledge. I don't want to give too much away in yes, in the Dwarf Fortress Let's Plays, but I hope you like incredibly on the money vampire literature jokes. Because boy, oh boy. Novel, essayist, dramaturgist.
Herman Melville and Stephanie Meyer have a moment, is all I'm gonna say. Okay, we're making references to
comedy. He wrote the human comedy.
Yes. Anyway, so
no, that was important. Damn it.
back to the montage. So, did we just skip ahead to the night of the
That was gonna be my scene.
the fight? Well, no, I'm saying, but like we could just go ahead and have it all set up, right? Where the money is bet on you.
Yeah.
You've been mopping the floor, and then we can just go to that. So I am done. I have my scene go well. I'm gonna, I guess I'm gonna get sent free by Brock Pittman. He's gonna give me enough money and like have the people look the other way after the fight so that I can get out.
Oh yeah, you're free. Yes. Okay. So I'm up. That's what that means. Shit.
Freedom. And so forth.
Are you through, Aretha?
I'm Johnny Shakespeare.
Sorry. Yes, Johnny.
Aretha Shakespeare.
Johnny Franklin. What?
All right.
Yeah, that means it's my turn, unfortunately. So I'm.
Joseph has to say something.
I mean, let's go ringside. Right?
Ding ding.
I think it should be the night of the fight. Yes. Exactly. What is it? Silverlight Cinema is packed.
Mm-hmm.
They got the round girls walking around. I guess the round hasn't started yet, but there's a big show. It's very much like professional boxing nowadays, or maybe 10 years ago. They've mimicked that in their way at the Starlight Cinema. Huge crowd. We're in the ring, I'm going to say, sort of in our corners. Wait, is it a ring? It's a pit. We're in the pit.
Kind of like down at the front of the theater. I think it's sort of like just been made into it. You have the seats, and then you have down the front, and they've just turned that into a fighting area.
Yeah, but this is, way packed. They've, knocked out one of the walls at this point. So it's more arena seating in my
Unfortunately, it was a load-bearing wall. The whole thing fell out.
And scene. Yes,
And it's just like a bunch of orphans being held by bikers.
It's like that.
You're scaring the orphans out to safety.
And then it's like that. Adopt a dog video. Um, sad music.
Yeah,
Sarah McLachlan.
McLachlan's
Yes.
playing in the background.
You remember me?
Is that the one with the Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest?
No. What?
What if you've ever seen an ACTA or whatever commercial with
I
that?
want to. No, okay. That is my joke from way back in the day.
I sort of remember that. I remember you singing that.
Where the idea was to take the Android commercial with the two, like, the cute animals together that uses Robin Hood and Little John walking through the forest, and, like, paste that music over the ASPCA commercial with, like, the half-starved dogs and, like...
That's horrible! Jesus!
I think you should just put that on a channel and see what happens.
Well, I feel like we've missed our opportunity because those commercials aren't on the air anymore.
Yeah, otherwise people are just gonna think we're cool and not joking. All right, so we're in the theater.
Yes.
You guys are in the pit. So I'm out there gathering bets and things like that, and I'll be back to like coach you guys in just a minute because I'm gonna do anything I can to get you the hell out of town,
Better.
including giving Al his freedom.
You do want to give Alice freedom?
You better.
Yeah, just because I know it's gonna get you out of my life faster, so that my family and husband back
I don't know
home.
if she's gonna leave just because you're giving me my freedom.
That was our deal.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to pass the stalker on to you.
She's not into me.
Enough time out on the road, maybe.
All right. I mean, it's round one. I think we start fighting. I think
Ding
things
ding.
So are you
moving.
guys already fighting each other, or is that like at the end of the tournament?
No, I'm moving there. We had enough color, and
We're skipping.
we don't have to watch the undercard of the fight for the story.
The montage happened already.
Yeah.
He fought all the other guys, and they're like just sort of mushed into each other as the film faded from one fight to the next.
Okay. Just
Yes.
making sure.
I think Al and I start fighting, pit fighting style.
Punch,
Kick.
biff,
All in the mind.
wham.
High-end special effects.
Barely.
Whoa.
Pretty much like a
Get the
Wachowski
ends, demon.
Wachowski's fight.
46 seconds.
Like people flipping around and all sorts of crazy stuff.
Don't flip my card.
Guys, I need to die.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
It's bad for you.
All right. This goes bad for me, huh? I land a too good of a fake punch, and Al goes down.
Ow!
Broken jaw. Like
And there's some sort of basis, maybe, with the... Yeah, maybe I re-injure his broken jaw. Yes, I do that.
yeah, it was a fracture, now it's just broken.
And, he's, I don't know what you said. I know that's the point, but I couldn't figure out what you said either. That made me sad.
To be or not to be.
Oh. So either he's in so much pain that he actually is sort of dazed, and it's almost callable the way the break happens and the way he falls. And there's sort of a... I don't know if these things are ref or how this goes. They're not always to the death. No, they're not. We already established that.
Yeah, I think there's...
Which one should I hit?
What?
The reference to Rocky. Seeing three of them. Which one do I hit? Hit the one in the middle. Come on, has nobody else watched Rocky 4?
I've never watched any Rocky movie.
What?
I know how it ends.
Which one? There's two of them. They end differently. Sometimes he doesn't even fight the same guy. Sometimes it's a different guy from the other movie that he was originally in.
Sometimes I know that the Russians kill guys. Sometimes I know that Rocky loses.
What?
What?
Russians kill nobody.
Yeah, they do.
They kill the guy at the end?
No, they kill Apollo Creed.
Oh.
I mean, they don't kill him.
I mean, he went into the ring like it wasn't like it was a fair fight except for the whole steroids issue.
Yes.
Well, he died. Have you seen the trailer for Creed yet?
Anyway.
Decent.
What?
Running around with like American flag, like a cape, like Has no respect for his country. He's like, yeah, this is a big show. And the other guy's like, I am here to kill you. I will do this for Russia.
Okay, this story, guys. This fight. Focus.
So what I think happens is the ref runs in to stop it,
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if there's
and
a
like
ref
a
or the
bunch of
crowd
people
decides
start
it.
booing because they've got bets out, and they want the fight to keep going despite his jaw being all cracked and crazy.
Well, the majority of the people have a bet on him. We've bet on me, or vice versa,
Yeah.
rather. So, I'm just saying it becomes very heated, and it's...
No, we bet on me. Everybody's betting on you because you've been killing it in the ring.
Yes, I reversed that. But the point being, this is the outcome most people want.
Yeah, so people are freaking out, and it's about to be over, and you have to like wave the ref off, even though your jaw is like split and crazy.
It's not going well for me, is my point, and not really.
See the inside of my mouth, and it's not through my mouth.
Oh,
Usually, whenever a jaw is broken, you see like the teeth like a half-inch difference in height, like down the middle.
God, it's disgusting.
Anyway, I feel like that I've got to fight on.
Yes.
And if you try to I want to say that I hit you, and you're like, all right, well, I gotta fake this now. I gotta do he's not gonna be standing up much longer. So you take the hit and fall down, but you don't die.
Yes.
So the fight is called for you, but everybody thinks like, okay, this something stinks to high heaven here about the way that you just got knocked out by a guy who was clearly like you made a bad decision in the ring.
I'm also thinking that the ref is sort of like there's a ref and a doctor running around in there, and then like things get a little hectic, and it's.
I'm trying to go where we sort of get what we want, but we don't really.
Well, I'm trying. I got some ideas.
Okay.
I just don't. I mean, okay. So here's my problem right now is that I think that the next 10 minutes in like story time are going to be the entirety of this story. Until I think that scene, quote unquote, that term needs to be loosened up a bit because I think we sort of need to pass off. But I don't see the story going wildly longer than after the fight, sort of, outside of the aftermath. Does that make sense? Like I want to end my scene, but I don't want to have like
get out of there.
Are you okay with the idea that you faked being knocked out by me? Okay.
And I think the crowd's absolutely furious. And I want to call my scene, but I don't think we need to necessarily leave this scene. Is what I'm saying.
Hop it over to Tony. Managing the pits.
Drastic. Yeah, we can go over to Tony's POV, I guess. That's seen enough.
All right, so I'm watching as like you broke the jaw, and then basically the fall happens, the sort of fall. You definitely got hit, but it wasn't enough after all the other hits you'd taken. And I'm sitting there taking tickets and bets and things like that, and like all eyes kind of turn to me because they all owe me a lot of money now, and it looks like a cooked fight. So I'm a little bit freaked out. I just jump into the ring. I go over and pick you up and drag you into the back, and Johnny kind of follows over, like holding his jaw and just like eyes watering and just all the other stuff that happens whenever you've broken your face.
And you're only pretending to be passed out, so you're all like, my hero.
Oh yeah, I'm getting manhandled.
Yeah, so you wake up and it's just me carrying you, like just out of the.
I
don't think she actually passed out to begin with. I think
that was like you open your eyes from from your faint or your fall, and it's just me carrying you in there. And as soon as we get into
doing the bodyguard. God, people, is that before your time?
As we get into the locker room, you say something about me holding you, and I just drop you on the floor and you go flopping over.
What are our tilt cards we have to be using, by the way?
Oh, crap! I mean, yes. Totally saw those coming. We've got Paranoia.
Self-destruction seems like it just happened already.
No, Paranoia, two people cross paths and everything changes just happened.
How did... Who
self-destructed?
You did, Alex!
When?
You punched too hard and knocked my jaw loose.
Oh, I've got a much better self-destruct. So many better ways for me to self-destruct.
All right, well, we've only got 3 scenes left, so
I know, I forgot about the tilt cards, all right?
Well, think about this. There's a very obvious thing for Paranoia where someone comes in wanting the bet that they just lost.
Yeah.
Like they're wanting to like cancel that because they're
I
paranoid.
think a small
that the,
mob
fight
comes
is
in
rigged.
wanting to bet they just
I
lost.
feel like Alex might get killed as much as I hate to kill Joseph's character again.
That's exactly where I was going.
Okay.
All right, so like we get like 5 bikers that just walk into the locker room. I'm telling you that we have to get going. We have to run like right now.
And there's
But
like
they're already just behind us.
almost mob scene outside. The way the fight was
like
called. Like we're lucky there's only 5
Cannot
bikers
believe
in
you
here.
do that to the orphans.
5. Yeah, we're lucky there's only 5 perfectly groomed
Al, I
bikers in
need
here.
motorcycle effects outside. That times like 1,000. There's just so much money that's lost on this. It's supposed to go to orphans, but is instead going to me. And they break in.
I give you a white die.
Yeah, things gotta go well for you.
I think you
Hitman.
get. I think I don't get out, but well, how about this? Well, I was gonna self-destruct too. Can I die and self-destruct in the same scene?
I feel like the self-destruction's pretty close to death.
But it has to be my doing. Like I have to lose my
You
shit.
could self-destruct in front of all these people.
I could.
Like in front of mob people.
You've dropped
try
me.
to-
Like you
Johnny
like,
English took a punch
up,
badly.
You dogs are not fit.
A curse of both your houses.
You're doing it. No, I think I'm gonna. Well, I don't want to tramp on Tony's scene, but
Well, like I was handing it over to you.
yeah, I would say after Tony.
Actually.
What?
I don't know who would skip me.
It can go to Apple.
Stepping on his scene. It hasn't ended yet.
Okay.
I was gonna say I start to lose my shit. Okay, you took a punch badly. You can't even frickin' fake fight. Tony just dropped me. I sort of thought we had a connection there when he was carrying me out of the mob scene. The bikers break in, and I basically start talking angrily to both of you to the point where I'm just completely giving away that this is all fake, and I'm like, you can't even fake a fight. It's a simple rigged fight. And the bikers were sort of suspicious, but are just getting like obviously clued in now as I lose it, and you two are sort of maneuvering towards the door and putting me
just,
between
like,
you and the
slowly
bikers.
backing away.
And then I just start insulting the bikers because one of them sort of bumps into me.
Also, their beard grooming is awful.
No, it's divine. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like next door to the artisanal coffee shop is like the best barber you've ever seen.
Yeah, they're
My bad.
manicured. They are dressed down for the occasion, so they have sort of denim on, but it's very well tailored and nicely put together. They look quite
Originally
dapper.
watched.
But they are
The
pissed
smell
off.
of, like the smell of hair gel and like beard oil is in the air.
They're all Dapper Dan, man.
Yeah. You guys book it out the door, and you hear a gunshot, and
For a guy who doesn't like stories with death in them, Joseph's characters seem to die out.
Well, we don't know if she's dead yet. There's still
I feel like she's.
there's some ambiguity there.
I don't see any reason to have her still be alive.
I sort of do, but we'll see how this goes.
Well, yeah, we can leave it ambiguous.
She ain't happy if she is.
All right, so my scene now.
Well, I get a little roughed up too, and then I take it. There's actually a gun there. Yeah. So now it's your scene.
All right, well, I guess at this point, I'm just sprinting. Tony's next to me. Like, I'm holding my jaw. I can't run very fast because I was just in the fight. I'm super winded. Tony's outrunning me at this point. No, you don't actually have to outrun. You ran
That's
over me!
amazing. Our poor audio listeners don't get to see this beautiful galloping ogre.
I want to say that right in front of the artisanal coffee shop and the barber shop, I trip. And the mob is coming for me with, like, Porsches.
With
And
Porsches? Good God! It's a
They're
very
gonna
well-off mob.
on 'em. She's getting dirt up on people's shoulders. It's like, you're my spray for what you did.
Throw the Porsches at him.
She's the leader of the biker gang. She just gets carried around on her own porch. Put that in there now. Like, she's coming down in a litter. Like this sweet old granny who's the head of the biker gang.
What?
Like, I get dragged in front of her. for trying to throw the fight.
Oh, wow.
Somehow this is going to end well for Al. No,
I
he's
would have
got
given
too
a
many
white die.
white dice.
Aw, crap.
What?
Well, I'm trying to make it end well for me, so I was trying to get that black die.
All right, there we go.
All right.
I also kind of wanted Al to.
You've already used the magnificent self-destruction.
Yes.
So let's say two people cross paths and everything changes. Could be here. We have a new person now with the
we
granny.
can apply that to the bikers coming into the room at the wrong time as well. If you don't.
Can't be the same thing.
Just saying, if you wanted to. Okay, go ahead. If you have an idea for that.
I want my freedom. But she says to me, like, because you've done this to us and disgraced us, I'm going to sell you to the next town over where they're not nearly as enlightened and they do fight to the death. Let's see how long you last with that broken jaw of yours.
What's the pit boss theirs called?
I don't know.
Rusty McNail.
Like Stink Spike
Bear
Johns?
Johnson.
The famous Alabama coach?
I don't know. I'm not a sports person.
Is that the famous Alabama coach?
Is it?
Bear
Dante
guy.
Alighieri, then.
Dante Alighieri, the author of the Divine Comedy?
Yes.
Good lord. All right, Dante Alighieri.
They've just got a 7-level building in each level. But the top is the only one air conditioned in the entire land, so it's okay.
That'd be awesome. That sounds cooler anyway.
Literally.
Oh!
Okay, so that ended badly for me.
All right, is that your scene?
I want to say, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You kind of got to end these in rapid fire.
I feel like once I got my black die, there wasn't a lot else that I could do.
That's fair enough. So you're being
Live if I need to be
put in chains by the.
Yeah, if somebody wants to come and rescue me real quick, I guess that's potentially possible.
It's my scene.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm not gone yet, but I'm definitely being hustled out of town.
The mob is cleared out of the Silverlight Cinema, and is following the action with Tire Iron Pittman and Johnny Shakespeare, and we see me lying on the floor of the locker room. And my eyes open. Get up. Pull my fake blood pack off, and I throw it on the ground. Just. Oh, you know what else?
I guess you could die, because that's all we have left.
Yes, it does end well for me. And I pull out of my pocket, what did I have? I had a postcard.
Yep.
And then, but I pull out of my other pocket, something. What passes for identification in this?
Yeah, what would that?
I don't know. I want to reveal here that I want to say I wanna again while I hiccup. Let's go for more. I want a big dramatic reveal here that I'm Dante Alighieri.
What?
Yeah, and I masterminded this whole thing. Or maybe the offer, not Dante Alighieri, but the offer from Dante Alighieri is actually from me. And you're going to be handed over to me. Or I guess we could do that later where you get handed over.
Yeah, you're like going way to the end game here. I like you getting up and sort of maybe you planned this with one of the other guys in the biker gang, but
yeah,
because that's obviously faked. Whoever shot you to satisfy the other guys in the biker gang, but you had this plan as a sort of you knew that I wasn't really that good of a fighter, so you're like, yeah, just in case. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna
you gotta have I needed a more convincing brush off. You gotta really be dead.
Yeah, and that means you've brushed me off now as well. You don't have to cut me in.
That's true. I have brushed.
I don't even know why you would want to cut me in. Well, you still owe me your life. Dang it! So now you have to go after me because I was not fast enough.
Hence me being Dante Alighieri or having the. Oh, I know. So the biker I'm with was in on it with me. He's like, I'm paying him off. Like, here, thanks for that. And he's like, you didn't want to go out with your friends. They're probably gonna escape or something like that. And I'm like, nope. I'm like, just remember, meet at such and such a place. You're Dante Alighieri, and you're taking control of a prisoner. Guy's like, but I'm not going to keep him a prisoner. That's what you said? And I'm like, yes, you just let him go free. Yes, you just let him go free.
Yeah.
And then...
Land's sakes.
And then scene.
Alright,
Okay.
so it's my scene to tie all of this together?
No, the aftermath will do that. You just got to finish your guys to some degree. This is your what
All right.
happens to your? Oh, you got a white die. Oh no, this one's wild.
Oh, is it?
All right, so I walk out onto my patio while this is happening, and I've got a whole bunch of coffee, and I'm just putting out cup after cup after cup, knowing that once they deal with Johnny, they're gonna come after me.
What?
So you're putting cups of coffee out?
Yes, I'm waiting for them to come to the house because I don't have an option for escape, and I'm gonna rely on the fact that I've been an upstanding community member for a long time, and that I make a better cappuccino than anybody in the land. And that's the last play that I feel like I have.
I don't know about you, Al, but I
So-
think that die is black.
I go out on the patio, and as Al, I need motorcycle effects. So, the group pulls up outside of my house. They all have, they have torches. They have all that sort of stuff. I see that Johnny is being dragged by
Torches.
chains behind motorcycles, he's just being
Wow.
dragged around town. The chains are mostly protecting you. You just occasionally hit your head on a rock.
I was gonna say you have the black die, not.
And so I come up there and I'm like, all right, everybody, I can't change the fact that two of my fighters decided to rig something without my consent or knowledge. I can only hope that that this community believes me whenever I say that, I love everybody here and I wouldn't try to screw you over in any way. Please come and have coffee with me. And then I bring my kids outside, they're like two, and I have them stand in front of me.
Your children that you adopted from the orphanage?
Yeah, because this is a big orphan town, So I got the 2-year-old and the 4-year-old, and I put them in front of me, and I'm just like, think of the children.
And the coffee in front of them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Al decide if he wants if that
I walk
is
up
black
to the
or
old
white.
granny lady.
I gave him a black die.
Oh, okay.
I'm
I walk
assuming.
up to the granny lady who has Johnny tied behind her motorcycle, and I hand her the best iced latte ever. And ice is pretty hard to come by in the apocalypse, so it means something. And then I wait to see what their reaction is.
Black die.
Yeah, this is the end of your scene.
All right, Al, you can finish it.
Well, obviously, Granny takes the coffee and pours it out in the dirt.
All right.
Just
Pours it on
glares at
Johnny. So he's all sticky too.
She pours out the coffee. She looks at you, and she says, maybe she helped to raise you too. She's like, I raised you better than this. If this is the best you can do, then there's nothing left for you. And she just pulls out a gun and wastes you. Right there.
You gotta remember, all this stuff for people actually dying or living happens in the final act.
No.
Based on dice rolls and stuff.
She shoots you, okay?
All right, that's fair enough.
You're shot and badly wounded. You asked me to end your scene, Tony.
Yeah, I'm with Al here.
No, I don't like.
Yes.
I don't
A,
wanna
you
get
should
shot.
you should be dictating this scene. It's yours. And B, you could definitely have deaths before final hoop-de-hoos.
I did not think that was even allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
we killed
anyway.
Joseph off in the last one.
Yeah, but he also went on to play the alien. It's not eliminating characters before you actually roll people's fates.
Yes,
Anyway.
you can.
Yeah, you can.
So I'm shot, and I have to either convince them to take me to the hospital or something like that.
You were
So we'll
very
see what
bad.
happens in the next scene.
There is no next scene.
Yeah, this is the aftermath.
It's the fallout. Yeah, it's the aftermath.
Yeah, that's
So
just kind of
see if
the-
I survive or not.
That's the ending credits montage.
Okay.
All right.
The last time the ending credits montage was the worst thing ever.
Yes, they've got
Yeah.
I
real
want to
dark.
point that out.
Nobody got what they
Take my
wanted.
dice. Everybody put it back out of the way where I could see them.
How do we do this again?
I think everybody has to roll to start with.
Roll them by color, as in the tilt.
So I have, let's see, a 9. White 9.
Terrible roll. I have a black 9.
Tony, what do you get?
One went off the table.
Have to throw the dice that far.
To be fair, I don't feel like my roll was a good roll.
I don't feel like Tony's roll is a good roll either.
Well, it went off the table. That's pretty random.
All right, so
I was talking about the quality of the numbers.
Oh. I meant the randomness of my
8.
shake-up.
I got 9, so that's a black 7.
All right, so Joseph has a black 9, and I have a white 9, and you have a black 7?
Yep. Aftermath.
All right, Aftermath, black eye. I have a black 9. Nothing to write home about.
You have a white 9.
A white 9, I'm sorry. Nothing to crow about.
Not better, but not way worse either. Leave the cards wrecked, your wife is leaving you as a court date, but compared to some other people you know. And I have, back to where you started, maybe sore and broke. Probably learned something, though, like how to do it right next time. Okay, so the way we do this, though, is you take one of the dice that end up in front of you and say, this is my character doing something. And we all go around. Basically, we go around the table dealing with each character's dice. Each die is a moment or thing that happened.
Okay.
So who wants to go first?
I guess it's me since it's my turn next, technically.
That's right, you started too. Oh, wait, Tony, what did you get? I didn't read your...
I got a black 7.
Pathetic. You'll suffer. Oh, dear God, will you suffer? Everyone will know of your malfeasance, your stupidity, your lack of common sense and decency. You're probably going to be locked up, too. Well, this is going to be way better than the worst thing in the universe we got last time, and this thing's worse than death. Like, 3 is like death, and we had down to 1. But what happened? Oh, alright. I think this is going to be pretty mellow. I mean...
Okay. Well, I get dragged off to Dante Alighieri's place. To be caught in the pit fights once again.
Bum, 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 bum. So I do me now?
Yeah, well, also that means that if you're gonna try to come rescue me again to get your life debt over with.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm wondering if I'm going to be at the... Yeah, it's very mellow. I think I'm at the pickup with Dante. Like, it's do they have cars? Did we just establish that?
I don't know if the Porsches were actually a thing.
Porch.
Cycles.
It was a porch.
They were carrying porches around?
Yes. That's where the grandma came from, because she was on the porch and they were bearing her up on their shoulder.
I thought I heard Porsches, and then I was laughing, and then there was a grandma. Anyway, at the stagecoach or whatever, you're like in wrist guard, standing there. You meet Dante Alighieri.
Stagecoach being pulled by motorcycles.
Uh-huh. And then you look over in the passenger seat, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, what's up?
In man garb this time.
In man garb. That's my die.
All right, Tony?
All right, so I'm in an entirely different area. Like, I'm basically being pulled into the hospital and being fed Jello and so on. Just recovering from my, where did I get shot? I got shot, like...
Penis. Penis.
I think I got shot, like, through one lung and somehow survived. But I'm not doing too hot.
I'm sprung free by Alex. And I make a run for it. I'm able to get away and get out pretty far to the nearest town. So Alex's life debt is paid off. I'm waiting for, well, I have 2 more die.
Yep.
I was gonna wait to play out because I have a sort of a more definite end.
Okay. You're on to me?
Yeah.
So I hand Dante Alighieri. All right, we already met him. I've given him some money. I give some money to, I guess, maybe 1 or 2 of the other bikers. Anyway, it's pretty evident that whatever I did manage to earn from that whole caper, I've just spent. I'm pretty much broke again. That die.
I want to say I'm just gonna put this in here. At some point, I'm envisioning you like ending up with Tony, and that's like...
That covered. Okay. Tony's ending is lower than ours by a few, so I've got that covered.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so after I'm healed, it's determined that for fixing fights, I am going to be put under house arrest for like 5 years. Like, I won't be able to leave the coffee shop. And the only reason I got that is because there are kids that need me there. So basically, I'm just like crippled and walking around the coffee shop in this like 10 by 12 room for many, many years.
It's pretty bad. I mean, it's not unspeakable horror of the universe using you as fuel for eternity bad, but
yeah,
that's pretty bad.
It said that I
like
had to.
I like it. I think it's a nice 7 compared to our last baseline of 2 or whatever we had last game.
I ended up with a 1.
I want to say that domesticated life does not suit me, and like I'm doing badly as back in the real world. I've been a pit fighter for so long that after a while, I just start to gravitate back towards that, and I go back to being a pit fighter, but like at a much lower level, like kind of crappy.
Got sent back to the farm leagues.
Yeah,
All right.
but it's not your fault this time, so you don't have to like worry about that life debt.
I
It's
wasn't.
just me screwing it up.
I wasn't worried.
Okay.
She was only worried about her ogre.
I'm sort of it's like a rainy night. I'm reduced to holding up poor carriages as they're trying to get into towns. Not even like decent sized caravans. It's just like me shivering, really pretty hungry, with a gun. Not my nice fancy rifle parasol thing. Bunk looking gun, robbing like clearly not well off people.
A musket.
Yes.
A blunderbuss.
A blunderbuss. Talty.
It's basically like a galvanized pipe, a shell, and using a hammer to try to ignite it.
It's like flint and steel. Hang
Yeah.
on.
It's not even a real gun. You just have a pipe.
Hang on, I'm robbing you. Hang on.
They believe it's a
Some
gun.
Nerf gun.
Grabbing some spray paint and painted it black.
That's it. After that die.
My business is kind of failing, so like just everything's getting shabbier in my town. Nobody really wants to talk to me, so I'm sitting there lonely. The kids are starting to get old enough that they're not around all the time. So like my place is immaculate, but nobody's coming in anymore.
Somebody opened up a coffee shop right across the street.
Starbucks.
Oh.
This is sadder than the other. The mega horrible ending was far less emotionally disturbing than this one.
Speaking of which, I get killed in a fight.
The cruel march of time here. Like, everyone ages and eventually is forgotten about.
Like in the farm leagues against just some new like upcoming whippersnapper. He just like it's not even one of those fights to the death. He just punches me and I fall back and hit my head and I'm out.
Some guy you've never heard of who's probably going to be a champion someday and just crush you like a can.
Yeah, no, definitely. He goes on to me. I'm not supposed to have the awful ending, but I feel like that's where my character is going, so that's where I'm going with it.
Yeah, that's good. I was gonna say it'd be even worse if he was a nobody and stayed a nobody, but I think you deserve it.
That's a great idea too.
That's too low, I think.
Okay.
You can go out to a
His
future
legend
champ.
goes on, and my name is forgotten completely.
Yes.
Nobody remembers the name Johnny Shakespeare. Everyone remembers the name. I don't know. Something in that
Yes, more names. More
Yo,
pit fighting
Lansing.
names. Ron, Mexico.
Albert seems to be Juan Mexican.
One, two Mexicans. I'm gonna sort of tie this in with Tony's story. We see me at a mail at a mailbox with my postcard. And I'm like writing like I've been away too long. I'm coming to see you soon, sweetheart. Soon we'll be together forever. I'm dropping it in the mailbox.
And for a little while, I consider breaking my probation and just running. But like loneliness overcomes me, and I just kind of like accept that she's gonna be there, and I really want someone else to talk to.
Aww.
So the crazy.
Aww.
And it just ends with us like actually like you walking into the coffee shop and like I look up and smile.
No.
And that's it.
You have to have a worse ending. Boo!
I know. I love this ending. We gotta keep this ending. I don't care about the cards, Joseph.
Oh. I wanted to torture Tony.
I'm the
I
happy.
love that he's so low that he's willing to accept the crazy lady.
Yeah, I sort of actually thought about that, but then went back because I wanted to make him.
And it is kind of like prison for the rest of my life.
Well, that's marriage. I mean,
And somehow they don't kill Joseph as he comes back to town.
well, I'm such
kind
a
of
good.
a shapeshifter.
I'm a master of disguise. I'm a shapeshifter. No, they chased me into the
From
future.
past.
Yes. Yes, they chased me
It
into the
just so
future.
happens that you have some binoculars in your backpack.
No, I think the easiest way for you to blend in would actually to try to look feminine, like just have the hair longer
That's
and
true.
everything and come in.
I could just.
Well, she was feminine
yeah.
to begin with, too.
She's pretty good at disguises, apparently.
Yeah.
And
Good
that
up-
was Fiasco.
That was pretty good. That was a
That
very
was-
poignant ending for a fiasco.
I liked it better than the last time when everybody just, like,
got
their
sucked
heart
into the
sucked
universe.
out completely.
One guy, that's what I said. One guy was imprisoned in a spaceship, eternally used as fuel.
Yeah,
Was
forever.
one of our characters' fates, which is I kind of like that better because it was so absurd. I was distant from it. This was kind of one actually made me sad. I don't like being sad.
Because Pittman was just like so downtrodden.
Yeah,
Well, to be fair, these guys are kind of douchebags.
true. I
weren't
mean, it is.
still from
We're
the
not the
office.
heroes. We're Steve Buscemi in all of the Coen brother movies.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching this. We will be doing some more Fiasco in the future. Check out those videos, like, share, check out humanechoes.com for more cool stuff.
And if you're listening to us on audio, thank you. And
We hope that it wasn't
like
too
and share.
confusing.
Yeah, we don't do too much
This sound
with
is
the
me
visuals.
rolling the dice hypnotically.
However, what Al is doing right now is utterly hypnotic.
And you can't see it.
It's amazing. Oh, that was awesome. I'm very easily entertained.
Somebody flip the table.
I think we might have heard Joe get the tingles there for a second.
Bye!
That's really, I'm always astounded how destructive that is.